Yo, Top Billin to ya. Top Billin, your boy is beaming from ear to ear because the SEC schedule has finally been released, so we can stop with the speculation. We heard the crazy shit that was going to happen last year that I had on the channel, where it looked like, man, Georgia was going to be the runaway favorites, at least from a scheduling standpoint, to win the entire SEC. But now we get the real thing in. Man, I heard through the grapevines from some pretty good sources that, you know what I'm saying, them Gators, they wasn't having some shit like that, right? Adding both, who was it? They were going to add both Texas A&M and Alabama. That would have been crazy. That would have been crazy right there, and it definitely would have not leveled the playing field by any stretch of the imagination. But now we get to see the real thing, man. And I'm going to be right here on the reactionary tip right here, looking at it right there. I know you guys be like, man, why don't you get on the camera and do the reaction? So here you go, your boy on the camera with the reaction thing here. And I see who the added opponents are. And this shit is hard. I feel like everybody's on an even playing field, at least the top two guys that I feel like have a chance to win the SEC East, Georgia and Florida. No disrespect to anybody else. Tennessee is on the come up. Missouri's about to get slaughtered here. We see this right here. You add Alabama and LSU. Here's my reaction. Come on, Missouri's done. Missouri's done. So, but listen, Florida adds Arkansas. So Arkansas, we don't know what Arkansas is going to be. You know what I'm saying? Shout outs to Coach Pittman and everything like that. It's definitely a lot better than Alabama, right? So they didn't add Alabama. They added Arkansas, and they did get that Texas A&M game. So they escaped one right there. Georgia gets to add Mississippi State and Arkansas. So Arkansas, Arrivederci, your ass is grass too. You get to play both Georgia and Florida as an added opponent. And that ain't nothing nice. Man, I like this 10-game shit, right? I don't know about y'all, but this makes it a lot more fun to me. I don't care about seeing those teams, you know what I mean? Talking about U-Haul Truck University and Bartending State and all this shit like that. Nobody cares about that, man. I want to see these teams play each other because even the teams that you think are not that good, they are still viable teams, in my opinion, a lot better than those type of schools like that, even if they're not good teams. So, man, what do y'all think about that? Florida escaped one right there. I told you, Florida's going to be a mother this year. I really do feel that way. I feel the same about Georgia. I can't call it right now. I really can't call it, man. I've been racking my brain on this shit for like 8 months. Florida with the returning everything, right? Returning as far as the infrastructure. You got the hacker Dan Mullen still calling the plays. You got Dr. Pressure, Todd Grantham. You had a whole host of young players that got a chance to play due to injury, and these guys look like the goods. And I feel like Florida coaches up on field better than anybody in the Eastern Division, whereas you have Georgia, it's just a loaded roster from a recruiting standpoint, and you can't argue that Coach Smart is the goods as well. Very good coach. Is he a better coach than Dan Mullen? I feel like if you gave Dan Mullen Georgia's roster, he would beat a Florida team that has Coach Smart at the helm. That's just me right there. I really do feel that way. So, but that doesn't mean I don't think Coach Smart is a good coach. I just feel a lot better about Dan Mullen. At least me, right? In-game strategy and stuff like that. He just doesn't have the horses that Georgia has, and he will never have the horses that Georgia has. Georgia just recruits at a different level. It just has a built-in foundation recruiting like that. But it doesn't mean that Florida can't beat Georgia. It doesn't need to have that type of roster. I think Florida can still beat Georgia, and I think Florida can still beat Georgia this season. Will they beat them? I don't know. But I definitely can. So it's going to be a game. You better tune in. We're going to be getting it rocking here on the channel, definitely on that cocktail day. But beyond that, man, people will get mad if I don't talk about Georgia. So I think Georgia's going to, with Jamie Newman, changing the system and everything like that, I think it has a chance to be extremely explosive. But we just don't know. It's just the unknown. Like, what can you say about something that you just don't know about? I don't know how it fits in with the new offensive coordinator. I don't know how the personnel pieces work. I know the defense is very talented. It has some room to grow, though, as far as the players actually stepping up and really taking ownership of those recruiting rankings that they had, right? It's the nicest way I can say it there, but they're still going to be damn good. Still going to be damn good on defense. We got to see what the offense is working with. So Georgia's going to be a mother. Georgia could very well be in the playoffs this year. Let's go to the Western side. All right, working with the West, baby. So, man, Alabama getting Georgia at home the first game. So they're going to be working through some kinks. I think that may work out very well for Alabama. Ain't nothing to it but to do it, though, but that's crazy. You're going to be debuting your new offense. You're going to have a new offensive coordinator, a new play caller, new quarterback. No matter who it is going to be a new quarterback. It could be the element of surprise, though. I never overlooked that. The element of surprise could get Alabama because you're not going to know what they look like. So on one hand, you could say, man, maybe Georgia lucked up. But then if you look at it practically, you're going to be thinking like, damn, they got to come out firing with the team that does have everything back. It does not have its quarterback for the past couple of seasons who is the standard bearer, but it has a guy that could very well be the best in the conference. Mac Jones is a mother. I love me some Mac Jones. I love what I saw from him in the Michigan game, in the Auburn game. I got to clean up a few things, but, man, what do you expect when you're thrown into the fire like that? He has weapons around him. The receiver core is off the chain with Devontae Smith and Jalen Waddle. Running backs, somehow Najee Harris is still in school. Offensive line with Evan Neal and those guys going to be off the chain because Alex Leatherwood is somehow still in school. The defense gets Dylan Moses back. Got to break into some new pieces on the back end, but I like what I saw from Jordan Battle. I love what I saw from Josh Jobe. Patrick Surtain is still there. Got to find a pass rush. Going to be relying on some young guys. Hopefully LeBron Ray can step up if you're an Alabama fan. Then you got DJ Dell. Alabama, to me, is looking like, and I said this a long time ago, I think Alabama might be back, and it's looking like it could be in playoff mode, perhaps even back in dynasty mode. We got to see how it works out, though. I just like that the coaching staff is back in place. Steve Sarkisian signed an extension. Like, who would have thought that? It looked like he was about to get a couple of jobs, I think the Arkansas job and something like that, and now he's signing an extension there that could be formality or whatever like that, maybe for recruiting. If you're trying to attract some people, maybe look like, hey, you could play for Steve Sarkisian for a few years, but we know that he would probably dart after next season. They have a great year like they probably will. Love me some Alabama. Love me some LSU. People are going to talk about the people that left. What about the people that are still there? If you're a guy like Miles Brennan, you're still throwing to perhaps the best tandem in the conference in Terrace Marshall and Jamar Chase. You're bringing in Eric Gilbert. You're replacing some guys on the offensive line, but some of those guys played due to injury already. You know what I mean? And then you have some superstars that could step up, like a recruiting superstars like a Cardell Thomas or somebody like that. Backfield's going to be lit even without Clyde Edwards-Helaire. The defensive backfield is going to be lit even without Grant Delpit and Christian Fulton. You got Cardell Flott there. Of course, you got Derek Stingley looking like the goods there. Could be the best in the country. Got to get that pass rush. Same thing in Alabama. Very, very similar, right? In Alabama and LSU's warts. Very similar. They have to replace very similar personnel. Maybe LSU lost a little bit more, but it is what it is right there. LSU's can be very good, too. You can very well see them repeat in the West, regardless of what people think, because people are only going to point out the shit that left. They're not going to point out the shit that returned and the people who got a lot of experience and the type of people behind them. They could become even more explosive in the run game, right? Adding an Eric Gilbert and guys like that. But John Emery and Tyrion Davis-Price could step up, and Chris Curry could be the goods, a bell cow type. I love it, man. Auburn, I think, is probably going to be sneaky good, too. I like Auburn's continuity. I like some of the pieces there. I want to see the prodigy Bo Nix take the next step. I like some of the young guys that they're bringing in at the running back position. Tank Bigsby, I want to see that. Tank Bigsby, baby. Let's go. Of course, you saw the Seth Williams thing. If you haven't seen the Seth Williams film study versus Patrick Surtain, make sure you check that out. They got some guys over there. But the rest of these guys, man, like Arkansas, Ole Miss, I know that these guys are getting new guys at the helm, like a Lane Kiffin and a Mississippi State. Texas A&M. Texas A&M is scary to me because you just don't know. Is this the year Jimbo Fisher puts it together? On paper, he's probably a top 3 coach in the conference, easily. He's got a very good roster, and they're just laying in the weeds. I'm scared of that shit right now. If I'm one of these people from the West, man, I'm scared of Texas A&M and what it could possibly do. South Carolina, I like some of the pitches. I just can't wait for football, man. Can we get this shit over with, man? Come on. This shit is about to be lit, baby. Just let me know what you guys think about this schedule here. I'll be rocking in the comment section with you boys. Have at it. I know you guys going to spit your game and talk your shit and everything like that. But, man, it's your boy Underground Murf here with an instant reaction. Let you know it's the Underground King. Make sure you tell a friend to like, comment, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It's your boy Murf, the Underground King. Peace.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.